Task 27. Adding and subtracting fractions. Part 2. You have 7/8 of a yard of material left over from a dress. You plan to use 1/8 of a yard for a belt. How much will you have left over after the belt? Just as you did in the last lesson, you subtract. 7/8 of a yard minus 1/8 of a yard is 6/8 of a yard, but you can simplify that fraction because they both are divisible by 2. So you divide the top number by 2 and the bottom number by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. Here's a quicker way to do it if you don't want to show your work. But I think that the top way, the first way, is the easiest. You can just divide in your head, knowing that 6 divided by 3 2 is 3, and then 8 divided by 2 is 4, and you write it in small print. But either way, you get the same answer of 3/4 of a yard. So you'll have 3/4 of a yard left over. Number 2, you need 2 strips of molding for a cabinet you're building. One strip is 9/10 of a meter long, and the other is 7/10 of a meter. Here's how you add. 9/10 plus 7/10 equals 16/10. But 16/10 is the same as 1 and 6/10. How do we get that answer? The best and easiest way to do it is subtract 16 minus 10, which leaves us with 6. So we took a whole 1 out because 10 out of 10 is 1, which leaves us with 6 out of 10. And then we represent that whole 1 as 1. And we get 1 and 6/10. But we can simplify again because both the top and the bottom of the fraction are divisible by 2. So we divide. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 10 divided by 2 is 5. So we get a final answer of 1 and 3/5. On the next page are your exercises. Number 1. On your way home from work, you bought 3/4 of a pound of walnuts. On her way home, Eileen also bought 3/4 of a pound of walnuts. How much walnuts do you each have altogether? 3/4 of a pound plus 3/4 of a pound. First, find your improper fraction, the one that's not how we talk, like the 16/10. And then put your answer into simplest form. Number 2, it's 5/8 of a mile to the store. How far is it round trip? So 5/8 of a mile to the store, 5/8 of a mile home. How far is that? First, convert your answer to an improper fraction, and then put it in simplest form. Number 3, how much is 5/6 of a yard minus 1/6 of a yard? Put your answer in simplest form.